What's something that works so well that it's basically magic? Air conditioning, noise-canceling headphones, meeting-free Fridays. What about selling with Shopify? You don't have to sell just your own stuff anymore. With Shopify Collective, you can curate products to sell from the brands you love, giving your customers more variety and your business more sales. Grow your average order value with Shopify Bundles app, where you can create and sell product bundles with ease. Shopify is your no-excuse business partner. Sell without needing to code or design. Just bring your best idea with Shopify, and they'll help you open up your shop. I love how Shopify makes it so easy for you to customize your website. They have so many options, and you can literally make your store your own style. They have so many gorgeous flexible templates and so many great tools. And you know what's even better? Once you start selling, Shopify makes getting paid so simple by instantly accepting every type of payment. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/pretty, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/pretty now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/pretty.
Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Not Smart with your host, Louie, aka the baddest perra.
And Yoatzi. They leave right away. They're like, oh,
They're
it's
like,
one of those
I'm over
episodes.
They're like, I already listened to this one.
Welcome back, you guys.
For today, we actually had asked you guys on Instagram to send us some of your crazy stories so that Yoatzi and I can read and react to them. We did something like this in October last year. Oh my God, it's almost going to be a year.
We did like spooky ones.
Yeah, you guys had some crazy ass stories. So we didn't want to give you guys like a specific topic. We just said crazy stories because we wanted to get a treat and just, I don't know. I love hearing
like
people's
blind
like crazy
react.
shit.
Me
Yeah.
too. So we don't know what the heck we have in store for us because Alex picked them out for us.
Oh, yeah.
So that's really, really fun and I'm excited. But I wanted to tell you guys something.
What?
So we actually tried, me and Louie tried filming this episode last
Stupida.
week. I wasn't my phone.
We were like 30 minutes in.
Yeah, we had already read like 3 stories. Pero es que yo no estoy bien de la cabeza. I don't know what's wrong. But I got a stupid fucking migraine like mid-recording session. And that shit sucked so bad because I like lose my vision. I was like, Louie.
She like went down in like literally 5 seconds. She's like, wait, I'm getting a migraine. And I was like, Yoatzi, no. She's like, wait, I'm leaving. And she literally just like shut down.
I was like, I can't see. I was like my vision just started. I see like, you know, cuando te toman una foto de flash, like that. You just can't see anything in front of you. I'm like, hello?
Like Nemo when they took that picture.
Like that. And then Alex right away, he knows the drill. The moment my fucking head starts to hurt, he goes and gets me my medication. Shout out to you, Brevly, because it's the only fucking medication that helps my migraines.
Really?
I take 2 pills, but they cause me to be very sleepy and drowsy.
Yeah.
But hey, it minimizes the pain to like a 3 instead of a 10. Because when I used to not take medication for it, I would throw up. I would be crying. I would be like crawled up in a ball, dying. Anxiety. And now I feel the pain a little bit, but it just knocks me out. And I go to sleep. 4 hours later, I'm gonna go, babes.
Yeah, she woke up and she was like, good morning.
No, literally. And then we went to go have dinner later.
Yeah.
And he was like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, nothing happened. I'm good.
I was like, oh, thank God. Because I used to see how it was before she had medication for it. And it was like, it stuck just looking at it. I was like, oh, shit. But we're reading different stories, though. So if we potentially probably read your story on that last episode, but we're not going to repeat it because we want to react. So I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Sorry. But I also have a fun fact for today.
Oh, yeah. What's your fun fucking dumbass fact that you get fucking migraines whenever you want?
I choose when I get them. I'm like, this one.
She's like, I'm tired of filming.
Okay, it's the go one.
What?
Do your dogs like squeaky toys?
Yes.
A lot or a lot?
A lot. The moment they hear the squeak, they're like,
shut up.
Yeah.
Is there like, does one of them like it more? Milky or honey or?
No, I think they both like it just as
just the same.
Why?
Do you know?
Mean they're dumb?
No. Do you know why dogs love squeaky toys?
Because they're like, it's like really high pitched for their ears. So it like kind of bothers them and they're like, or I feel like they feel like they're attacking something and they like it. They're like,
Yes.
Right?
So the reason why dogs love squeaky toys is because it mimics the screams of their prey.
Yeah.
So when, like, you know, if they were eating a fucking bird, it'd be like, or a squirrel, it'd be like, it's all dying. So Honey and Milky love killing animals.
Well, I have a story.
Oh my God, what?
The baddest killers.
They're all cute, but like fucking peligrosas. They're like,
fuck them.
What did they do?
I almost sold them.
Why?
Right. So this one time, I was on a trip and Adam was
like a weed trip.
No,
I saw tripping.
Imagine I just like imagined it. No, I was like on vacation.
Okay.
And I left my perritas with Adam. So Adam was like watching over them, taking care of them or whatever.
Okay.
And he was like, Louie, I'm scared. And I was like, God. What? He's like, they're murderers. And I was like, what the fuck?
Shut up.
So basically, I guess Adam had them like outside and he doesn't see them for a while. So he was like, what the fuck? So I guess he went to like go check in on them. I don't remember if he said it was Honey or Milky. I'm pretty sure it was Honey. And he said that she was like eating a little bird. Yeah. That like Honey had it like pinned down. Like
shut up.
Wings,
you're lying. Like, no es cierto.
Yeah. But I guess Adam got there right on time and he was able to like move Honey. So then the little birdie like left and disappeared.
Oh my God.
He said that the birdie struggled for a little bit, that it was on the floor and that he thought it was like her, but I don't know if it just needed to like get its power together and then it left. But he was like, do they do that a lot? And I was like, I've literally never seen that. And they were like on the side of the house. They were like, beep. Like, I feel like they're like low-key murders. They're low-key about it? Because they didn't want anybody to like see or like hear anything. But it's only because Adam was like, where are they? That he went to go check up on them.
Yeah.
And they were like, beep, on the birdie.
Well, I think doggies are like natural killers, no?
Baby.
No, they do. Because I don't know if you remember, rest in peace, our little baby girl, Ruby. But she would always kill animals too. On the side of the house. Yeah, she would. No, she would find birds, rabbits, squirrel. I was just kidding.
She would chase them. She wouldn't kill them.
Yeah, she would.
I don't remember there being an ever
I
fatal
think one time she brought my mom a dead bird or something and she had like blood all over her mouth.
I do remember the burn.
Ya ves.
Oh, Ruby. Vas a ver.
Vas a ver, Ruby.
But yeah, I always figured, I used to think that it was because the noise was too high pitched and it bothered them. But I got them recently some little like toys. They're almost like a little circulo like this. And the squeak is very high pitched. So they'll bite it and then I'll see Honey like, like she'll go in on it and she'll hear the like squeeze. And I feel like,
and you know what too? Satisfied. They like, I don't know if you've seen with their head, they're like they're tossing it side to side que lo avientan. Yeah. That's like how they kill animals.
So now you know.
That was a fun fact.
Yeah, and there's actually some animals who, like some dogs who don't even like fetching or anything like that. So maybe it's just the specific ones.
Bella, my dog, she's boring. She's not doing anything. She just likes cuddling and like just chilling, very cuddle vibes. And she gets the zoomies every once in a while and goes fucking crazy for a little bit. And then she just goes back to chilling.
Yeah, Bella's really calm.
She doesn't have like a murder instinct.
Yeah, so that's why keep an eye on your baddest perras. Make sure they're not murders.
But let's jump into some of these fucking stories.
Okay. Wait, I have a story.
Oh, wait, Louie. There was something I wanted to talk to you about.
What?
Wait, you want to say your story first? Go.
No. I can remember my story. Okay. You're probably going to forget.
No, this is just about social media and what's happening in the world right now. It was a topic that I wanted to get your opinion on.
What?
What do you think? This is like cheese in the house down boots. What do you think about that Marina girl?
Who's Marina?
Please tell me you know the whole Reagan 77 drama.
Oh, dude, I've been seeing videos about that like literally everywhere.
Do you know the drama?
Yeah, it was everywhere.
It's everywhere.
I thought it was more crazy because the whole situation's crazy, but also just like how big it's gotten is like even crazier.
Dude, it's like insane. At first, I thought it was going to be one of those things that like pasa algo, but it blows over like right away.
Yeah.
But it's still not blowing over. If anything, it's getting like bigger and bigger. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I think long story short.
In case you guys aren't up to date with the news.
Oh, I was just going to say my part of it. But I guess
Give a little brief.
Okay, so I guess what had happened, Reagan was having her birthday party at like a little club, and she just wanted to have a bunch of friends and people over who can go and have fun out of the club. Very like vibes. And this girl was somebody's +1 and went. But I think she just got there really early because when she got there, it looked pretty empty. Like it looked really empty. But then there's other videos of like how packed it actually was. But later. Yeah, I know Reagan had said something about like, well, parties in LA get lit really late, and they really do.
Late. Like after 11 vibes.
Yeah, it's like if you show up at 11, that's still really early. Like I be pulling up to parties at like 12.
And that's when you're like, starts like picking up.
Yeah, so I don't know what time the girl went. I haven't really looked into that, but long story short, the girl went. She said it was boring, and people started like coming at her and telling her shit because it is fucked up because it was her birthday. So I feel like if it was like a regular like an event or something, and you're like, that was boring, because I mean I've definitely been to like events or something where I'm like, man. But like I've never said it like that shit was boring. I'm just like, I didn't like have a great time or whatever. But I was just like, it's also just the fact that it was her birthday that I was like, if somebody would have gone to one of my birthday parties and like I had a great time at all of my birthday parties, but somebody was like, that shit was boring, I would have been like,
that would have hurt your
It would have hurt my feelings. I'm like, it's my birthday.
Yeah, like that's fucked up. But también also, I kind of found it disrespectful how she was a +1. Yeah. And like she went out of her way to make that. Like she made that decision to make. Yeah. I can't even talk. No, my head is like everywhere with it. But also she went out of her way to like film, and she was recording. I don't know if you saw. But I think fucking Dallas, he goes out. He's just like walking.
I knew right away. I was like, that's Dallas.
I saw it too. I was like, bitch, that's fucking Dallas. He's just like walking towards his little friends.
You know what's funny is that I was going to go, but I wasn't in town. But I was like.
You probably would have been there.
I would have been right next to Dallas. Like.
The little walk. But yeah, like she was just like recording in the vibes. But I saw another creator on TikTok who made like a really good video about it, and just being like, it was like a very educated way that she said it. And she was just like, I feel like people on social media kind of lost their etiquette, like their manners. Yeah. Like you wouldn't go in person, and in person you wouldn't be like, that was boring. Yeah. So if you wouldn't go up to that person in person and tell them that, then why would you go online and do that? Like you're still sharing that opinion with so many people about somebody's like intimate birthday party that you weren't really a part of.
Yes, because it's like, there's just so many things that give it like the ick.
They
like,
gave me the ick.
The one, like she was a +1, so it was kind of like, well, not to be fucked up at all, but it really wasn't for you.
It wasn't for you.
And then 2 was her birthday, so I feel like that was like,
and like the party wasn't made. I mean, it's made for people to have fun, but like, si no te invitaron a ti, mi amor, ¿para qué te preocupas de eso? Fuiste like a lucky invitee.
It was her birthday, so as long as the birthday girl had fun,
which she did. She said she had a lot of fun.
I saw. Well, I was surprised when I saw. I honestly was shook when I saw the video that she posted, the little clip. And I was like, wait, because I was like, what the fuck? Because I thought it was 2 completely different parties. Because all the videos that I saw from that night that my friends were there at, it looked fucking popping. Like it was like crazy packed. But then when I saw her video, I was like, wait, what? But then I think somebody in the comments was like, oh, it's because she went hella early and blah, blah. And I was like,
got there hella early. And then also, what did you think about her saying that she was upset that she had to like buy her own drinks, buy her own Uber? Like, I feel like she expected all of those things to be paid for.
I didn't really look into it. Honestly, I saw a bunch of people like stitching her, and like I kind of got the overall like scoop, but y'all know me, I never really look into stuff.
He's so like, I don't care about the cheese, man.
Yeah, so I didn't know about Ubers and drink. I just kind of saw the overall.
The girl was also saying like, I've gone to some like big influencer events, and like I don't know why we had to buy our own drinks and we had to like get our own Ubers, and they were like, baby, it was a fucking party. Like she's not gonna pay for all your stuff.
Oh, I mean, I guess I get it, because I mean it was a birthday party, so it's like, I mean, at an event it is a little bit more quote unquote normal to get like the drinks for free and like your Uber's paid for and stuff, but for a birthday I feel like that's it's more on them. I've been to a lot of parties where it is open bar, but I've also been to a lot of parties where, for example, at a certain time, like I was just at a party not too long ago where if at a certain time it was free bar, but then after a certain time it's like closed. Or there's parties where like it is you have to pay for your own drinks, and that's why sometimes people just like pregame. Yeah. Like for example, out of like all my birthday parties that I've done, I end up paying. You end up paying, and if you run out of bottles, and you have to go buy more or whatever. But I think at events they usually just like take care of it. So maybe that's where that came from. But yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have been pissed. I've been to parties where I have to pay for my drinks, but that's why I just pregame.
Yeah, but I do think the situation was a little messed up, and the internet's just trying to, I guess, cancel her. But I mean, I do feel for what's going on with like.
I think regardless, at the end of the day, what kind of like made it really fucked up was like that it was her birthday. Yeah, that's like
she's judging somebody's party that she probably was so excited about.
And Reagan is so sweet, like literally like so fucking sweet. So like, and she had like hella fun that night. But like, if I would have like, I don't know, like I would have been really hurt if somebody went to one of my parties and was like, I don't know, like just like that was really boring.
You've thrown like really good parties, like I think 2 or 3 really big parties. So imagine if like a +1 came and was like, I went to Louie's party, now she was fucking boring.
But then also just like, because like I had hella fun, but if somebody else didn't have fun, I would have been like, what the fuck? Like, okay, but also like, I don't care. I'm like,
I don't give a fuck. I had fun.
I had fun.
No, you're like, who are you?
No, yeah. So yeah, I think it being her birthday party thing kind of just put the cherry on top and made it like, oh.
Yeah. So I think just what that other creator said, let's remember that on the internet, we still need to have manners and like have etiquette. If you wouldn't do it in person, don't go do it online just because you can hide behind a screen. You know, be nice and don't hate on other people's birthday parties because it's their day.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think it's time to jump into the stories.
You first or me first?
Who reads better? None of us. Me. No es cierto.
We're going to do popcorn reading.
Ew, do you remember that shit?
Yeah, I liked popcorn reading.
Okay, you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay, you pick one.
Okay, so we have a couple.
Just eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
Should I be reading like the little titles or no?
Read it and you decide because some of them give it away right away.
Okay, I'm not going to read the title of this one, you guys, because I feel like it'll give it away.
Okay.
This says, "Hi, babes. I wanted to start by saying I've been loving the pod. So proud of you guys. Keep up the content. Sending love from Vegas. Thank you so much. Now I need to go to Vegas to party." I'm taking this as a sign. Okay, it says, "Anyways, I dated this guy back in 2022. We dated for about 1.5 years. When we first met, we instantly clicked." All right, she'll write that. I'm talking seeing each other every day and being obsessed with each other. He was always telling me how much he loved me and wanted to move in together and marry me. Bitch, hold on. Let's go back. We dated about for a year, 1.5 years, and they were already going into all of that.
Okay. Then it was love at first sight.
Basically. We even took a vacation to Portland. Okay, so things are getting really serious. If y'all are taking like fucking vacations and thinking about like
they're definitely in love.
It says, "In my eyes, we were all in for each other. That's until I started to get this gut feeling that he was lying to me about something." Oh, bitch. Me and Yoatzi literally were having a conversation right now before this about gut feelings.
Yes.
And I think your gut feeling is a fucking power that we have.
It's like your best instinct.
Yeah. It's like if you ever have a gut feeling, like always trust your gut feeling.
Always trust your gut.
Because I feel like
it's always right.
Yeah. Every time I have a gut feeling, it's always right. I would ask him if everything was okay because he didn't want to hang out as much anymore. And he would say, "Yeah, I'm just really tired."
Tenía otra.
It went on for about a couple of months until one day he was at my house and I decided to look through his phone because I couldn't shake the feeling that he was lying.
Oh my God.
I hate that when you have that gut feeling, but you don't know what the fuck is bothering you.
Yes. She probably had hella anxiety too.
I found pictures and videos of him having sex with men.
Oh my God, I did not see that coming.
I bet, did she attach a photo of him? I'm like, what if he was cute?
Dude,
I'm just kidding.
Up.
That's crazy. Cause like,
and he was recording it.
Cause like cheating obviously is horrible, but then seeing that.
That's like your fucking mind fuck. That's a mind fuck.
Okay. So she found pictures and videos of him having sex with men. Found out he had Grindr downloaded. You know what Grindr is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys don't know what Grindr is, it's a gay I wouldn't even call it a dating app. It's like an app that
for hookups.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he had that downloaded. I looked through his message. Oh my God, he didn't even delete the fucking app. It says she looked through his messages of him telling men that he wants to fuck them.
Oh my God.
When I confronted him about it, he had absolutely nothing to say to me. He wouldn't even give me an explanation or anything. I kicked him out of my house and I actually cried myself to sleep.
Oh, pobrecita.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's like, I mean, cheating is so hurtful, but I just feel like
that's another layer.
It's another layer because he was lying to her for so long about who he truly is.
I feel like that's like such a mind fuck because like you said, well, betrayal is already such a mind fuck. You already feel like shit. People put themselves down a lot. But then to be like that, I don't know. I feel like it just puts you like in a headspace where you, I can't even imagine the stuff she asked herself and like, oh, it's really sad. She said, I'm not against gay people or anything. I love the community, but it was just the fact that he completely lied to me. Exactly what I just said. Yeah. And was doing all of this while telling me he loved me to my face. Yeah.
That's really crazy.
And on top of that, I was getting text messages from his mom telling me to be the bigger person and forgive him.
Oh,
bitch.
I would have been like, señora, ¿sabe lo que está haciendo su hijo?
I know. Oh, hell no.
Oh my God.
So that's my crazy story, LOL. I don't care about being anonymous, lol. Just thought I'd share my trauma.
Ay, pobrecita.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I feel like that's crazy. Y también la señora. Why? I really want to know why a lot of señoras do that. Like I was in a situation similar to where like a guy cheated on me and the mom was like,
with a guy?
No, con una vieja, otra señora. A guy cheated on me with a girl, and the mom was like, well, like, you have to forgive him. It's part of, like,
I've heard of that so many
growing
times.
together and, like, forgiving each other.
I think, honestly, that was, like, a thing of, like, the past. I feel like it almost falls in the same category almost as, like, housewives and, like, the men were, like, take care of everything. Because, like, I feel like back then, I've heard of that from so many older ladies where like they were cheated on or something and they were like, it was embedded in their head to be like, men are men and like cry about it but like just forgive it. And I'm like, ew,
like men, like if it's normal for them to do it, like, was like normalized more.
And I was like, okay, well, in my head I was like, if you're telling like if you're gonna forgive him, then you better fucking do it right back. And then, pero allá no hay respeto. I'm like,
sí,
it's a fucking it's an open fucking relationship.
Yeah, at that point.
But yeah, I feel like it's
I don't like that, and now I hope we don't stand for that, girls. No. Don't fucking stand for that shit, because I'm not okay with that shit.
Yeah, run, leave, or cheat back and then leave.
Cheat back.
Yeah, but that's crazy. I'm so sorry
right.
you had to go through that. That's
sorry.
That's a lot.
Comment down below. Oh no, you don't have to comment. Maybe message us on the side. But did you forgive him? Because she didn't say if she forgave him or not.
No, she said she kicked him out of the house,
and he never came back.
Well, obviously. Did you not listen to the end of the story? She said she kicked him out and that the mom was like, take him back. And then she was like, bitch, I'm over it.
She was like, bye. Well, good job if you did kick him out.
I imagine they're married.
Oh, no,
she's like, we're actually married now.
Well, whatever it is, I hope you find your happiness.
Yeah, I'm
sorry. You deserve it. What's something that works so well that it's basically magic? Air conditioning, noise canceling headphones, meeting-free Fridays. What about selling with Shopify? You don't have to sell just your own stuff anymore. With Shopify Collective, you can curate products to sell from the brands you love, giving your customers more variety and your business more sales. Grow your average order value with Shopify Bundles app, where you can create and sell product bundles with ease. Shopify is your no-excuse business partner. Sell without needing to code or design. Just bring your best idea with Shopify and they'll help you open up your shop. I love how Shopify makes it so easy for you to customize your website. They have so many options and you can literally make your store your own style. They have so many gorgeous flexible templates and so many great tools. And you know what's even better? Once you start selling, Shopify makes getting paid so simple by instantly accepting every type of payment. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/pretty, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/pretty now to grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/pretty. Okay, so this one says, okay, first of all, I love you both so much. Both have helped me out of so many dark times in my life. Ah. Anyways, I hope this makes it into the podcast because it's a true story. I'm excited and we love you too. When I was about 12 years old, my parents announced they were pregnant with their fourth baby. Okay. I'm the oldest of four. So it's myself, Amberly, my brother, Ruben, and my little sister, Ruby.
Ruby. Wait, I feel like all of those names kind of like
Amberly, Ruben, Ruby. And now at the time, I had a new baby sibling. Okay. So it was 3 and they were about to have their fourth.
Okay.
Although at the time, my parents' relationship was very rocky and I was upset they were having another baby instead of a divorce because their issues had been going on since as long as I can remember. She was like, great. She's like, so no divorce. Their issues forced me to move out of my parents' house at 19, and now I'm struggling to keep up financially in this economy. Oh, I'm so sorry. Some context. At the time, me and my sister shared a bedroom in my parents' house. I was about 12 and my sister Ruby was about 4 years old. We had a bunk bed and I slept at the top for safety, so she wouldn't possibly fall off the bed because she couldn't even climb up or down the ladder yet. But anyways, that night I went to bed and I had a vivid dream where my brother Ruben was sitting at the top of the ladder on my bunk bed. He was just staring at me while I slept. So I quickly sat up and said, Ruben, go back to bed. Why are you in my room? And he said, oh my God.
Why is it scary?
And he said, I'm not Ruben. I'm your other brother.
What other brother?
The one that's not born yet.
What the fuck?
I just sat there confused as the little 12-year-old I was. The next day, I told my mom what happened, and she started crying of shock and excitement, guessing she would be having a baby boy after that story.
Oh.
So remember, her mom was pregnant.
Yeah.
So they're like, another brother? She's like, what the fuck? Fast forward to today, where I have a healthy baby brother named Andrew, who I love very much alongside all my siblings. As of right now, for me, though, ever since I moved out of my parents' house this past New Year, my parents have no contact with me, forcing my siblings to do the same. So if they're watching this video, I love you all very much, Yoatzi and Louie included. I plan on trying to get full custody of my siblings soon. Thank you for sharing my story.
Oh, that's cute.
That's cute. And I hope you get custody of your siblings or you get to see them. But it's because her title said scary story. That is pretty creepy.
It's creepy because she basically like saw the gender and like knew.
It was just staring at her. He was like, hello, sister.
Gave me the chills, but
that's creepy. But that's kind of sickening too.
Yeah, because she almost like saw the future and it was like a little sign. But also I think it's cute that she kind of used this to be like, if they're listening, like I'm out here.
So shout out Amberly. Hopefully your siblings are listening. But yeah, maybe you should look into it. Maybe you have a sixth sense.
Sixth sense. All mean girls.
All mean girls. Because she's able to detect things. All right, Louie.
A ver.
Here.
My turn.
Dun.
This says, hi. I saw the story that was posted on PNS Instagram and decided to send in a story of my own. My name is Natalia and I'm 16. I don't mind you guys saying a name, but I would prefer if you guys use Natalie. Then why'd you put Natalia?
Hey, Natalie.
Okay. She said, well, as I said, I'm 16. And normally at that age, you start wanting to work and get your own money, you know? Get yourself things and be able to treat yourself and shit like that. I started working at the Taqueria Mexican restaurant, which was pretty small and was doing pretty well either way. I didn't get hired in the most professional manner, which I guess should have been the first red flag, as I read a sign that said, Se busca cajera bilingüe. So I'm assuming she got like hired like bajo la mesa.
Bajo la mesa.
Right?
Yeah.
One day, as I was going through the drive-thru and asked about it, they just gave me a name and number, and then maybe 30 minutes later, I got a call saying to come in to work the next day from 6 p.m. to 12.
Luego.
Not even an interview, nothing.
God damn, like, yes, come in.
My shifts were usually like that, as they needed someone to work later because they already had a girl working earlier. Well, the story really is about how I ended up leaving the job only like 2 weeks later because this dude kept harassing me in the most disgusting way.
Ew.
This is also for educational purposes and awareness.
Okay. Let's expose the pinche viejo.
From the beginning, this dude would always stare at me and just smile in the most creepy way. And once I looked up at him, I felt his glare, and he didn't care that I caught him staring either. Oh, I hate people like that. For maybe 1 or 2 days, it was just that. However, one day it started to actually go down. They're like, beep. It started by him passing by me one day, and I was texting back one of my friends on the phone, and he said, ¿Qué dice el novio? Okay, so he's like trying to flirt with her. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't going to lie and say that I do have one, but I wasn't going to give him a whole life story either of why I don't or anything like that, you know? I just plainly said, no, and kind of laughed as well. And then I went on in front of the cashier to take an order as he got started on it. Am I reading this like super dumb?
A little bit, but it's okay.
It's because I'm so used to like seeing periods and commas and stuff, so that when I don't see them, I feel like I don't know when it's going to come to an end.
Yeah.
But okay, so he said he was the main cook. As they cook the food, they usually help out by putting out the plate and putting the stuff that goes on the side so it's ready. But I was still new, so I didn't know so much on how to do it or what went into the plates. So he just did it himself. But finally, the plate was done, and I went to bag it as it was a to-go order. As I'm reaching for it, he takes it back. Oh, he takes it back. I stop and just look at him and slowly reach for it again. And as I do, he puts his hand over mine and takes me back once again.
Asco.
He's like... Ew. As he did it, he started staring into my eyes so deeply, and he bites his lip.
No, he did not. He was like, "Ay, qué rico."
Fuck you. She said, I didn't really react to it, and I just looked away. I grabbed the plate, I bagged it, and gave it to the customer and moved on. That was only the start of many scenarios like this. I remember one time I had to restock the onion as they needed it. So I headed to the freezer to get some, and as soon as it started heading in that direction, he goes into it as well, which I found so weird and immediately got a bad feeling. Oh yeah, he's all following her to the fucking freezer.
Pinches viejos.
She said, but I still needed the onion, so I go, but I tell myself to not close the door. I go in and tell him, "Me pasas la cebolla, por favor," and he hands me a whole onion, trying to be funny, I guess. And I'm like, "No, la cebolla picada."
Oh.
And he ignores me and he just asks, ¿Por qué no cierras la puerta? Ew.
Ay, no, Dios mío santísimo. ¿Por qué hueles?
And I immediately got scared, as it wouldn't be my first time que she said que me hubiera pasado algo así.
Ay, pobrecita.
So that's where my mind first went to. I ignore him and got asked that. What? I ignore him and ask. Sorry, it's just. I ignore him and got the onion once again. Oh, and asked him to pass me the onion once again. But he just cornered me and asked, ¿Qué tienes miedo de que te pida un beso?
Ay, no, pinche viejo. Ay, no. I feel like he smells so bad.
I know. I feel like I can like picture him.
Like todo feo y ay, no, asco.
She said, I just stayed silent and shook with my head and said no. He kept on saying te lo doy, as in he could give me the kiss. And I didn't give into it, so he just gave me the onion and I left. Another day, like 5 minutes into my shift, right after I clocked in, he calls me over as he's in the back of the kitchen and says, ¿Por qué no me saludas? So I just waved at him, and he says, no, pero bien, con un beso. Ew. And she said, ugh, qué asco. Así lo saluda my coworker's name. Mm-hmm. She said, and he responds, sí, así me saluda so-and-so. To which I say, bueno, pues allá es así. I highly doubt it. He just wanted me to kiss him.
Ew. Did you get that part?
Yeah, I got it. But it's just, I'm trying to like make sense out of it because it's a little... Sorry, girl. It's just your story is a little all over the place. So it's because there's like parentheses and all this other stuff. So I'm like... But again, I don't know how to really stand up for myself. And he insisted, so I let him kiss me on the cheek. I know. I would have slapped him.
And like, I understand... like situations like that, like she said she couldn't stand up for herself, so she's just like no, like deep inside it's like no, but this guy knows how she's feeling, so he's taking advantage of her.
He said that after she kissed him on the cheek, he says, "Qué rico hueles, me dan ganas de abrazarte, si puedo." To which I say, no, porque estás tocando la carne. He was touching raw meat and making a trompo, but I also wanted an excuse. So he says, y si no la estuviera tocando, like, just being like, would you have let me, basically? And I just shrugged my shoulders. So it looks like she was probably, like, really scared of, like, his reactions and stuff. So she kind of, like, just...
Ay, pobrecita.
Yeah. Another time again, right after barely clocking in, I'm in the drive-thru window talking about something with my coworkers as I felt someone come up behind me and bite my shoulder, bitch.
Ay, no, ya está pasando. No, ya se pasó mucho de verga. Ya se pasó.
I turned around and saw that it was him, and he said, es que hueles rico y me daban ganas de morderte. Bitch.
Ay, a mí me da ganas de darte un putazo.
I was going to say, bite this. All right. Me and my coworker just started, but she kind of like laughed awkwardly. He would constantly corner me and ask me to kiss him, touch me, and stuff like that. One day, as I was taking an order, he came up behind me, to which I didn't find so weird, as all the cooks would to get a head start on the order. But I heard him mumble something, but I didn't catch it, and sort of moved him to the side so that I could listen to the customer. As I'm done, I'm going into the kitchen. As he's coming back from it, and then she put in parentheses, we're walking like opposite directions. I asked him, ¿Qué me querías decir? And he said, que si no te puedo tocar, as he rubbed his shoulder and arm against mine as he passed by. Okay, so kind of like. I didn't look back because I was too scared. He would also always grab my hand and just swing it, or, My last straw was on my last day when I had to fill up the soda machine, and I headed up to the back to get more bottles of them to fill it up. The room that had them was all the way in the back of the hallway. As I'm going to go get them, I turn around. She said that she's basically always paranoid at this point, so it was like an instinct to like turn around. So I saw him coming at me almost at full speed.
Hijo de su chica.
And once again, he corners me, but this time grabbed me by my waist very tightly against him. He's asking me to kiss him once again. I just kept saying no. He leaves really angry and ended up having a panic attack and texting one of my best friends to help me. And he almost pulled up, but I didn't want him to because I didn't want to start a commotion. I know it's the way. She said, for the rest of the day, I just tried my best to ignore him, and he could see how annoyed I was and was nagging and being more annoying than ever. He even called me enojona as if he didn't just do what he did. He would constantly ask me to be his girlfriend and just make weird remarks. He was one time on FaceTime with his mom and introduced me as his girlfriend and her nuera.
Pinche viejo.
And said as a joke to the manager once that he was going to, and that he joked with the manager once that she was going to give him papers. And she's like, and that in general was all so weird. I'm also pretty sure I saw him roaming around my home a few times.
No mames. This seems like a very one-sided relationship. Like, this guy seems so mental. He probably was like, ay, ya me quiere. She's in love with me vibes.
She said, even now that I've left, wait, what? She said, I know I should have like demandarlo, but I'm also pretty sure they wouldn't report him. And as a Hispanic coming from an immigrant household, I know the struggle, and I wouldn't bear to do that. That she thinks they were gonna like deport him. So she's like, as like Hispanic coming from an immigration household, I wouldn't do that.
You have a really sweet heart.
I was gonna say, like, even after all that fucking bullshit, like, she obviously is still very like, I can't do that to somebody.
Yeah.
She said, regardless of what he did, I can't do that. But my mom did go in for me and spoke to the manager and made sure that he knew about it. And I'm sure the manager talked to him and also with the owner of the establishment. I'm better now and I feel much safer and happier. I was never one to open up, especially to my mom, but that made me feel so much more comfortable doing so. And it really showed me the importance of having trust with your mom. I just hope that for the next girl that goes in, she doesn't get treated as such. By the way, I love the podcast so much. Siempre estoy lista a las meras 11 para ver sus videos. Los amo. Thank you.
We love you.
That means she's somewhere like on the East Coast.
Yeah.
For her, it goes up at 11.
Thank you for sharing your story. Yeah. I feel like that takes a lot of courage to share a story like that. And like, you're really strong for like putting up with something like that for so long.
And I'm glad that you told an adult.
Yes. Thank you for like telling somebody, because a lot of times a lot of girls go through situations like this and they just don't share it with anybody and they just keep it to themselves.
Yeah. Or I feel like sometimes it's common for somebody to be like, maybe I'm just being like, exagerada, and it's like not that serious. But I think regardless, if something like that ever happens, even as soon as it starts, like it's never too much to tell somebody about it or like bring awareness to it or talk to a manager or something, because
it could get worse too.
I was gonna say, sometimes with like these kind of people, like they think it's okay and they keep doing it until like to see how much they can get away with.
Ay, pendejo.
So I'm really sorry that you had to go through that. That's really frustrating.
I don't think that guy was definitely not okay in the head if he was doing all that stuff. Like, he was definitely just taking advantage of her, and he probably saw that she was like not gonna stand up for herself.
Yeah.
So this guy was like, esta. Ay, pinche viejo pendejo.
But I'm glad you did say something because...
Yes. And that you told your mom.
Yeah.
Like, this kind of helped you and your mom's relationship to have like a good relationship. So...
And also good for mom that she went to go talk to the manager.
Yeah. High five, mom.
Yeah. Add a little squishy.
Okay, I'm ready for another one.
Wait, I don't know if I unstarred it.
You didn't. Just a story for the pod, right?
I think so.
What the fuck?
What? You already read the title? What?
Oh my God, Alex.
You read the title?
Yes.
Okay, so what
should I read the title?
No. You can read it at the end. Because then you're going to spoil it.
Okay. Estúpidas. First off, I love y'all. I've been watching since the Carla videos.
Oh, she's
Who's
an OG.
Carla?
Who's Louie? You don't know Carla, get out.
Yes, I do. I thought she died.
She did.
And the little house that Yoatzi with baby Travis when I lived in my mom's garage, you guys. Anyways, to the story. I would also like to be called Kitty. Oh, that's a cute little nickname. Okay. Hey, Kitty. So...
What?
I can't believe I'm going to read this story. So at this time, I was like 15, 16, and me and my boyfriend had been dating for like a year or two.
The dating? Babe, they're all on the bidet.
Oh my God. We were dating for like a year or two, and we lived down the street, so we would often hang out. One day, my boyfriend made plans to Netflix and chill because his parents weren't going to be home. So I guess the night before I ate something que me hizo mal because when I woke up in the morning, I had chorro.
What?
I thought it was going to get better throughout the day, so I stuck with the plans. So she said, we're still going to Netflix and chill.
With chorro.
So once I get to his house, we started the movie, and one thing led to the other, and we were doing the nasty.
She was like,
While I was on top of him, I guess he made me cum. So she reached climax.
Okay.
So good, I let loose, and I pooped on him. No, she did not.
Kitty, that was in your litter box. No, especially because she said it was chorro.
No, and then after she says, and since it was chorro, it ran down his ass.
Why the details?
Kitty.
I could already picture it.
Pobre muchacho, quedó traumado. He was super sweet about it, though, and took me to his shower and cleaned up the bed. Oh, at least he didn't make her feel embarrassed about it.
That's a keeper.
Till
He's like, right back at you. Imagine.
They both just go back and forth. Till this day, he makes fun of me, but we are now 7 years into our relationship.
Didn't I just say he's a keeper?
He's a keeper. Engaged with a baby who just turned 1 year old yesterday. Leo baby.
Oh, Leo.
Hashtag Leo baby. Woo!
Oh my God.
I cannot believe that story right now.
Beige. So if they call her Kitty, do they call him litter box?
He's a litter box. Dude, that's something else.
No, the moment I like understood where the story was going when she said that she climaxed and that she like let
No,
loose.
y esta dice, es que me relajé mucho que se me salió. She was like, damn, dude. Y como era chorro.
No, I feel like, okay, that's obviously really fucking gross. And I feel like anybody would be like, oh my God, like, I wish that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But in a way, I almost feel like the fact that it did and he treated her that way maybe made them both feel like, I don't know, like him for being like, you know what? He was probably so into her that he was like, I'm not even going to make a big deal about it. And like,
so sweet
let me help her out. Because he could have easily been like, ew, big the fuck. And like, just like laughed about it, made a whole thing about it and like told everybody.
Yeah.
But I feel like the fact that he was like, let me help her out. And then maybe for her, it clicked when he was probably like, he didn't make a deal about it. And like, he helped her out. So I feel like, I don't know. Maybe it was like a little seal.
I think that really formed like a really special bond between you guys because it could have gone the complete opposite way.
Yeah. So if you're ever feeling a little iffy about a guy, shit on them and see how they react.
And then see how it goes. Maybe you're going to be a keeper and be engaged with a Leo baby.
That's the best way to figure out if you're wasting your time.
You're like, let me see. Alex, come here.
Bitch. He's like, I'm leaving.
I'm dead. That was a really good story. I did not see that coming though.
Say, oh.
Well, actually, I should have seen that coming. Because the title is The Time I Pooped on My Boyfriend.
Ew, that was the title?
Yeah. Oh, I unstarted. But yeah, she even put the emoji todo. All right,
Pinche kitty.
Pinche kitty.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, this one. It says, it's kind of long.
Okay.
And it says, crazy story. Please keep me anonymous. I say her name. I was like, okay, don't worry about it. When I was in my junior year of high school, I was working at my hometown's university at the sporting events snack bar areas.
Okay.
I met this guy there who attended the university and was volunteering with his basketball team at the snack bar areas. We got to talking and whatnot. One day I was working at the stadium right behind his house since he lived on campus. He texts me, hey, come over. Y yo de mensa, si ahí voy after work. Keep in mind, this was my first time ever that I was going to be alone with a guy. I was just at the point where, I hadn't gotten a boyfriend. I wanted to explore things. I get off work. I tell my mom, who was my ride, hey, they asked me to stay late. Ahí te aviso when you could come get me. Yeah, ahí voy, bien lista, to go meet this guy. I get to his house, and he has to come downstairs to let me in. And I was waiting for him to come downstairs, and it felt like forever. I was shitting bricks because she's just like outside. It's her first time. So she's like,
hello.
I realized he was taking a good while. So I texted him and he's like, yeah, heading down. I'm almost there. I'm like,
ay, pues cuántas pinches escaleras.
And that's literally what she said. She said, well, why is it so long? It's only 3 flights of stairs he needs to take. He ends up coming to get me. We start walking inside and bitch, I see him going up the stairs and like sideways. And I'm like, maybe he's sore from practice. Bitch, we get in his room and I see a wheelchair and I'm like, why does he have that? And he doesn't have a roommate. He has a dorm all to himself. I didn't ask porque no quería ser metiche. Anyways, we sit on the bed, start kissing or whatever. He tells me to get on top of him while he's laying down. And while I'm getting on top, I feel his legs like super, super hard. And I was just like, okay, muscle.
That's what she put?
Uh-huh. He slowly starts pulling down his pants and I'm freaking the fuck out because it was like my first time. It was like my first time being alone with a guy and I had never seen a pirrin before.
First time with a pirrin.
She literally put pirrin. He gets his pants down to his thighs and I look down at his legs and bitch, he was waddling up the stairs and had hard legs because he had a prosthetic legs.
Oh, both of them. God damn. Not her being like, okay, muscle.
I know, bitch. They're all fucking hard as fuck.
I love that. Okay, muscle.
I never realized because at work when I met him, he was wearing pants, so you couldn't tell. So I acted like I already knew and I didn't say anything. So I was like, let's keep this going porque uno no discrimina.
Oh, she's cute.
I didn't care about him having them. I was just like, how did I not notice?
She was just caught off guard.
Anyway, he started pulling out his pirrin. And like I said, I had never seen one in person, so I didn't have much to compare it to. But bitch, looked like the pirrin also needed a prosthetic. Wait, what?
Why? It was so small or what?
I was like, ay no, me voy a gastar mi primera vez en esa cosita.
No way.
I get off him so fast, grab my things, look at my phone, and I'm like, my mom's here, I gotta go. And I literally ran out of the house like my life depended on it.
Damn.
Never heard from him after that.
I thought she was gonna say that it was like super fucking huge.
I was gonna say, I thought the story was going where like, okay, this is where I thought the story was going.
Oh my God.
Oh, that explains why he was taking forever to like come down.
Ay, pobrecito. So like one by one, y está all impatient.
I didn't understand the reason why he took forever. I thought that the story was going that this dude was gonna have like a big old pirrín, and I thought that
que no podía bajar porque está muy grande.
Was because the last thing I was gonna think was a prosthetic leg. I thought that literally he was like taking forever to come down because his fucking pirrín was so big that it gets in the way while he walks. And then I thought that he had a wheelchair there to roll her out when they were done. I kid you not, that's where my head was going.
Like in White Chicks?
Yes.
When she's like, hey, Trav.
Yes, and he's like, bitch. So I thought that he had the wheelchair there. And then when she said she was sitting, I thought that like what felt really hard was going to be his pirri.
Ay, con la mente toda sucia.
I was not thinking a fucking prosthetic.
Oh my God, that's crazy. No, I'm still dying at okay muscles. She's like, damn, hella hard.
Bitch, for real, that's funny.
Oh, that was the go one. I think that's my favorite one so far.
Since we're on the topic of crazy stories, I actually wanted to share a crazy story of mine.
Okay. Did you poop?
I know I got triggered from that one. No, but I feel like I've never found the right place to tell this story. But since we're all talking about like crazy stories, I was like, wait, this is probably like the best time for me to say this story. So this happened to me in 1968. No. So I recently remembered because I saw something on TikTok. So this story happened to me when one time I was driving to Las Vegas. I was with my friends, and to set the mood, well, actually before I set the mood. So I was driving to Vegas, and if you're driving to Vegas from like where we live or in LA, anywhere, you guys know it's like a 3.5-hour drive, and you make that little stop. We're in that one like store where they sell like ice cream and shit.
Oh, yeah, I love that store.
Do you remember what it's called?
No.
It basically just looks like a little like muñequito, and it's like this huge like ice cream place.
And they have a bunch of gummies and candies.
Candy food.
Oof, I love that place.
So that's like the midpoint. So I always make a stop there every time I drive to Vegas. So I stopped there, and I was with my friends. I was with Marlene and Addis.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you were there, but I don't think you were in the car.
I feel like I was.
No, you weren't.
No?
I think it was just Marlene and Addis.
Okay.
If I'm getting the people right. But Marlene was there for sure. Remember Marlene? So basically, to set the mood, I stop and we take like a little break. Everyone gets off to like stretch. We all go to the store, whatever. We come back. And I'm not parked like in the gas area. I'm parked like just as a regular like person pulling up. Mm-hmm. And to set the mood, I'm driving my Porsche. It's purple, has red interior. And my dumbass, don't ever do this, you guys. I don't know why the fuck. And I know not to do this, but my dumbass, for some reason, decided to get something from my bag or something. So I opened my trunk. And I think I was moving my briefcase from the seats to the trunk.
Okay.
But my briefcase, you guys, is a Louis Vuitton briefcase. And it's purple. So I feel like it's pretty, like, catches people's eye. Uh-huh. So my dumbass, again. Driving my nice ass car.
You're like showing all your shit, basically.
So I grab my duffel and I think I'm taking it to the back. And this car pulls up right behind me. And I never know, because I mean, people always come up to me when they like know me or something just to say hi or whatever. So somebody was like, hey brother, something like that. So I turn around, I'm like, hi. That's all I say. But there's this ongoing joke that I have with like all my friends and stuff where like we'll be eating dinner and I'll pretend somebody's coming. Like if me and Yoatzi are like eating at dinner, I'll be like, hi. I'll be like, yeah, of course. And Yoatzi will like turn around and then I'm just like.
And there's no one there.
There's no one there. Like I just pretend. But like it's always funny because people, some of my friends have caught on to when it's like fake.
Yeah.
So like. I said that I was in the car and I was like, hi. And Marlene and Addie start laughing because they thought I was joking around. But then I turn around and there's this car. So it's an older guy driving this car. Right next to him, there's like so the one in the driver's seat could pass by like a dad, like ya está grande.
Okay.
The one in the passenger maybe looked like 26.
Okay.
And then there was 2 kids in the back. Uh-huh. And I only got like that because he tells me to like, come here. And again.
Ay, pendejo, y ahí vas.
And if it was a fan, what was I going to say? Fuck you, bitch. No. So yo, thinking that somebody recognized me, I go and I'm just, I say hi. And then he's like, oh, like, wait, come here. So I was like, oh, they're probably going to ask me for a picture. I didn't get inside of the fucking car, but I just pulled up. But that's how I got to see who was in the car.
Oh, okay.
So then he's like, hey, like, do you think you could like, but they have an accent. I don't even know what accent it's from or anything. it wasn't like a Hispanic accent, but they just had like a really strong accent while they were speaking English. He's like, do you think you can please help me out? Like, I just need like money for gas. I just need money. And then I was like, oh. So I was like, oh, they don't know me. They were just like asking me. And before I even say anything, this was the first red flag. Before I even say anything, he's like, I can give you gold. I can give you gold for it. And he has hella like gold bracelets and rings and necklaces. And he starts taking off his rings. Like, I gave you gold for like or like jewelry. It's real gold. And then I was like, wait, what? Like, it was all happening too fast because I was like, okay, one, they obviously don't know me. It's just, they're just hitting me up. And then I was like, and two, you didn't even let me answer when you're already offering me like gold. So I was just like, fuck? And also three, I was like, bitch, if you're asking for money for gas, gold, nada que ver. Mm-hmm. But he was making it seem like it was a moment of like desperation and like, please give me like cash for gas and I'll give you gold because that's how bad I need it. So he's talking so fast and he's like, you. Yes, he's like, please, like, I just need money for gas. Like, can you please come give me cash for gas? I'll give you gold for it. He's like, I just really need to get home. Like, I have my kids in the car. And I was like, bitch, well, like that. As not like literally how I'm saying it is how fast he was saying it. So I feel like I was being like overstimulated with so much information. I see the little kids like in the back, like in little car seats, a boy and a girl. And I was like, so full on just like overstimulated with what the fuck is going on. He starts taking off his necklaces. Here, real gold. Look, 15 karat gold. Here. And I was like, girl, like I would have done it without you giving me any fucking gold.
Yeah, you're like, calm the fuck down.
Yeah, I was like, first of all, breathe.
You so need oxygen.
Like, literally. So I was just like, and his son behind him, the one that's like 26, is going like this. So I was like, bitch, oh my God. And they're like asking me for a favor. I swear, like,
praying to you.
And the guy almost looked like he was on the verge of crying. The son is like begging. The kids in the back are like, ooh, and they're like giving me all this gold. So I was just like, but immediately I was like, this ain't right. I was like, why the fuck are you offering me all this gold? I swear he took off like 5 necklaces, all his rings. And I was like, if anything, I was going to give you like $40. Like,
oh my God.
I don't need the gold.
Yeah.
I knew it was fucking fake though. So then I was just like, okay. But it was very clear because I told him, I was like, oh yeah, like pull up to the thing. I was like, and I'll pay for it. He's like, no, like cash. And I was like, but if I'm going to pay for it. Because at this point it was giving like, I knew that it was going to be fake gold, but in my head, I was still like, okay, if he really needs the gas money, he was probably just like, bitch, I'll just give someone fake gold because I need money for gas.
Yeah.
But when he said no, like cash, I was like, but if I'm going to go pay for it, why do you need cash?
Yeah.
So then at that point, I was like, if you just like, you don't have to make this whole scam.
Dumbass, yeah.
So then I was like, So then in my head, I was just like, oh, I don't have any cash. And he was like, well, they have an ATM inside. And I was like, bitch. Yeah, I was like all fucking informed about everything. He literally was like, if you walk 500 feet and then to the right, you're going to see the ATM.
What
so then
the fuck?
Immediately I was like, oh, hey, bitch, no. So then in my head, I was going to say like, I didn't know what to say because I couldn't even say I don't have cash because he said the ATM's inside. So then at this point, I'm like, I also can't just say like I don't have money because I'm driving a fucking car that looks like this. He just saw me pull out my LV duffel. Like, it was going to be the most stupidest shit for me to be out of home. And I didn't want to be a dick about it either and be like, nah, get out. So I was just like, okay, just 1 second. I was like, my parents are inside. When they come out, like, I'll ask them for the card. And he was like, what? And he was like, my parents are inside. When they come out, like, if you want to ask them, like, they'll give you the card and like you can go with them. And he's like, oh, inside? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, and then I was like, I don't have any money. I was like, this is not my car. I was like, this is my parents' car.
Good job.
And he was like, and they drive off. He's like,
shut up.
Yeah. And I was like, bitch. And I think it worked because like, well, I still look somewhat like mocoso. And I feel like, I mean, the car is pretty nice. That like, I could easily.
You're what?
Yeah, so I think he didn't want to talk to like an adult or something. So he didn't. And like maybe like when they're scouting out people they want to go to, maybe they go to people who don't look as intimidating. Yeah. So I was like, I have no idea what his fucking dad looks like. Yeah. So like, because obviously like I don't look, I mean, a lot of people say I have a fucking resting bitch face. But obviously I don't. But I feel like if I looked scary or something, I wouldn't have been like a target. Mm-hmm. But I think because I was like, hey, and I was dressed like Hello Jota Mayor, they were probably like, get him.
And then you were like, hi.
Yeah, and I was like, hello.
Yeah, you want a picture?
Yeah, so then I was like, this is a fucking scam. So then Marlene was like, what the fuck happened? So I told her, and then she was like, bitch, I literally thought you were kidding when you went, hi. And she's like, and then she said that she heard me, and then she's like, I'm not gonna turn around. And that she was on her phone, but then when she saw that I wasn't coming, she finally was like, like this. So she turned around, and then she saw that I was like talking to a whole car. So Marlene was like, dude, ya ves? She's like, the boy who cries wolf.
Andele.
I know, she didn't turn around, but
that's so funny.
yeah, that whole thing was crazy because it was a whole scam. But gracias a Dios, it wasn't anything crazier than that. But the only reason I remembered about the stories because, like, one, I'm hearing y'all's crazy stories, and two, I saw TikTok recently of somebody saying that that's a normal scam.
Oh my God, like it still happens?
It was a video, a guy was recording it, and it was the same thing. This guy was like on the side of the road, and he was like, hey, and he had the same accent. He was like, hey, brother, like I need cash. Like here, I have gold here. Same thing. Takes off rings, and he's like, what do you need the cash for? And once the guy sees the camera, he like leaves and like flips him off or whatever.
What the fuck?
But I was like, oh, so this is like an ongoing like scam.
Ya te van a agarrar.
I know, but I mean, like I said, gracias a Dios, it wasn't anything scarier than that. They're just like asking for cash and like giving you like fake ass gold. Because I knew right away the gold was fake too, because it was yellow as fuck. Like it was giving maquinitas.
At least make it look a little bit more real.
Yeah, but that's
I want to share my almost scam story.
You have a scam? Oh wait,
what do you think?
is it the one with the check?
Nah, fuck that one.
Oh, okay. Multiple scam stories. Okay.
No, this one, I don't know if you remember this one because it was so long ago. So Travis was like 1 year old. He was a baby. And we used to live in Watsonville, California.
I remember. You already said this story.
Which one?
The one with the lady.
What lady?
She's all scouting you.
No. I don't think you know this one.
I'm scared.
Shut up. Okay. So, yeah, I was trying to look for a place to live with Travis. And it was really hard to find a place to live, especially because I had like no money. I was making like no fucking money. And I remember I found this apartment by the theater, by PV High.
Like in the back? Okay, I know.
It was apartments, and I was about to move in. Well, I tried, and the lady was like, it's 1,900, yeah, so así como 5-6 años. 1,900 for 1 bedroom that was fucking tiny. It was so tiny.
A bedroom? So it wasn't an
1 bedroom apartment.
Oh,
shit.
It
was so fucking small. The kitchen was like smaller than this room. It was tiny. Almost $2,000. And I was like, oh, and I was like, I can't afford that. So then I was going to move in with a roommate. And I had a friend, and we were both going to try to move in there, whatever. We submit the paperwork, and they're like, no, you guys don't make enough money. You can't afford living here. So we didn't get the apartment. And I was so sad because I was trying to find a place for so long for me and Travis, and I couldn't. So then I start looking on Craigslist, and I'm looking at a bunch of places. Red flag. And I found a house on Craigslist. And it was in Salinas.
Aye.
And I was like, oh, my God. Like, the house, I think it was for, like, I want to say $1,300, $1,400 for like a nice 2-bedroom house. It looked really cute. And I got so happy, and I was like, no way, I think I found something. Like, yo bien desesperada, and I didn't know any better. I was really young, and I was like, oh my God, I found the place. So right away we contacted the people, and I was still with that friend. We were gonna move in together, and we contacted them, and I was like, hi, like, I'm looking for this place. It's just me and my son and my friend, like, blah, 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 blah. And it was a guy, he's like, yes, so we actually don't live there. Our house has been vacant for like 2 months, but we need somebody to move in and live there while we're out of the country. So what we need from you is to send us the first month's rent and the deposit. Or no, they made me sign an application. I filled in the entire application, and they were like, yes, perfect. Like, you look like a great candidate. Like, we looked through all of these applications, and yours is the best one. We really, truly believe in it. And I was like, wait, why is your rent so low? Like, in Salinas? Like, what's the reason? What's the reason? And they were like, you know what? We're just a very nice Christian family, and we believe in helping other families like yourself. You're a single mom, so you really need the help. We want to help you. Just take care of our home, but we do need you to send the first month's rent and deposit, and then we'll mail you the key. And I was like, this seems like a little too good to be true. Yeah. And then I was like, but I want to see the house before. And they're like, well, we can't really let you see the house before, so we can send you pictures. And I was like, no, I want to see it in person. Just make sure it's okay. And they're like, what we can do is just send us $700. And with those $700, I'll send you the key so you can go view the house before. And then if you like it, just pay me the rest.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay. And I was like, wait, this might actually work.
Like they're trying to be like, let's get at least something.
At least something. And I still didn't know it was a scam. I was just really like, damn, I think really I just found the right person and they just really want to help me out. I just thought I was getting really lucky. Yeah. And my friend and I were like, how about we drive to Salinas? Because they had the address of the house. I was like, let's drive to Salinas. It's not that far from Watsonville. It's like a 40-minute drive. And let's go check out the house, at least from the outside, to just make sure it's not in a scary neighborhood. Yeah. Like, let's just go do that. So we go, and there's a big for rent sign in the beginning. So we get there, and we're like, oh, my God, this might actually be working. We walked to the front, and it had information like, for rent, call this number, blah, blah, blah. And it was a completely different number. And then I was like, what the fuck? And on the Craigslist, when you look at the house, they had a picture of the family that supposedly lived there. Uh-huh. So then the neighbors of the house were outside. So then I go up to the neighbors and I was like, hi guys. And I was like, I'm looking into renting this home. Are these the people that used to live here? And I show them the picture on Craigslist and they're like, what the fuck? No. And they're like, the people that live here are like an African-American family. And they're like, I have their personal number. Like, that's not them. What the fuck? And then I showed them the number and I was like, is this their number? They're like, no. Like, that's not the number. And they gave me the real people's information and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, I think I'm getting scammed. And that's when it clicked. And then as I was still in the house property, I end up texting the people that were trying to scam me. Yeah. And I was like, hi, I just came to the house to look at it. And then they like did not reply. They didn't say anything. And then I was like, I just wanted to see if it was still up for rent. Like, I just tell them that. And they're like, you still want to rent? And I was like, I know that you guys are not the right people. I know, like, I basically tell them everything. Yeah. And they're like, fuck you, you stupid, dumb fucking bitch. Like, that's what they reply. Like, go to hell, you fucking bitch. Like, they just start cussing me out. And I was like, and I reply and I was like, well, I gave you information to the cops, so you're going to jail. Bye. Yeah. But I was like, fuck. And my friend really believed it. So my friend was very much like, let's just send them the money. Like, what if they pick a different family? Like, we were so close to sending the money, Louie. But my gut was like, let's go look at the house first. Yeah. So there you go. See, you guys listen to your fucking gut. That should be the title of this episode. Listen to your gut.
That's fucking crazy. Especially because I feel like I've seen so much of that when I was like looking for houses to rent or like the house that like I live in now. Yeah. I've seen so many fake, but it's mostly when you're looking for renting, not for buying.
Oh yeah, for buying you can't really get away with that shit.
Yeah, but when you're looking for renting, I saw so many like that in the past. It's always and before you even said that that's what they did, I already knew it was going there because I feel like I've heard of that so many times.
Yeah, they'll be like, we're a Christian family that we're just trying to help you.
But sometimes I feel like I can tell with like the post. Because somebody will find a house that's like for a rent and they'll go and they'll take pictures of the outside of the house, multiple, but most of the time they won't have any pictures from the inside. Or if they do, they're really crappy because if they're able to find some, they'll like screenshot them and putting up there. And they're like fake listings and they'll always do some sketchy ass shit like that where they'll try to get some sort of money before or they'll request like a deposit to like see the house
and I'll mail you the key
and they'll like always like make you fill out a bullshit ass application. So like it seems really legit, but yeah, you guys always be careful. And it's always the houses that look so nice and have like really low like rent and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's really sad how there's evil people like that are willing to just take advantage of people que necesitan ayuda like that. Pero pónganse en truchos. Y no, don't fall for that fucking stupid shit. You're smarter than that. You're pretty and smart.
Well, I fell for a scam once.
You did? Which one, pendejo?
I thought I'd never be a victim of falling for a scam, you guys.
And you fell for one.
Yeah.
Which one? Do I know this story?
I kind of put it on blast on my Instagram story a while back, but I don't think I ever went into full details.
Wait, the ticket.
Yes! Fucking puta.
Tell them, Louie.
Okay, so if you guys...
I hope they're listening.
Yes, follow me on Instagram. A long time ago. I think it was like a year ago now. It was a year. Because I think the fair just came back not so long ago.
Yeah, the fair's back right now.
And this was last year. So I've always been like, obviously pretty not smart, but I've never felt stupid enough to ever fall for a fucking scam. Ever. And I remember this one time, I was trying to go to the fair, and the fair was about to... I was going to the fair... some of my friends were going and they had already gotten their tickets. And because my dumbass lagged, by the time I was going to go get my ticket, it was already sold out. Oh. And I think the fair was like on this last like days where it was like open. And I really wanted to go. So I was like, fuck. So I go online and I go to their website and like obviously it was sold out. And this fair has invited me in the past where like they've given me tickets. And they're just like, hey, we'll give you free tickets. Like come up. So I tried messaging them and I was like, are those free tickets still free? Because they was sold out and I really wanted to go. And then they were like, hey, actually for like they're not available for this day, but we can accommodate you for like the next year or something like that. But I was like, because I knew my friends. Yeah, my friends were all going to be there that day. So then I was like, oh, I'm sure there's somebody trying to like sell their fucking tickets. Mm-hmm. So I go in the comments and they had posted, they're like sold out because I think it was like a weekend. And then I was like, fuck. And there's people in the comments and they were like, hey, I'm selling tickets for today. Like I wasn't able to make it, like a bunch of people. So then I was like, oh shit. And I see a comment from a girl. Her page was private, but the girl was like, I bought 2 tickets. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it. If anybody's interested, like DM me. I'm just trying to get rid of them. And I chose that one out of all the comments because the picture of the girl, she looked really sweet. Like, nada que ver. Puta. And then I was like, oh. So I messaged her. And I was like, hey, like, are the tickets still available? Like, blah, blah, blah. She's like, yeah. I think the tickets were like $20. Mm-hmm. But she was selling them to me for like either 20 or 25. I think it was 20. No, I think the tickets were like 15 and she was selling them to me for 20 each. Okay. So she's like, I'll do like 40 for both of them. And I was buying 2 because one for my other friend as well. So then I was like, okay. So then she sends me like her PayPal or whatever and whatnot. And she's like, can you send me the money and then I'll send you like the tickets? And then I was like, can you send me the tickets first? Yeah. And she was like, well, to be fair, it's like if I send you the tickets, like you already have the barcode. And I was like, and I don't want to risk you like running away with the tickets. So then I was like, ugh. So we were both kind of like half and half. Because I mean, in my position, I'm like, well, you could do the same thing. But also like in her position, I was like, well, I could do the same thing. Mm-hmm. So then I was just like, ugh. So I kind of fell for her. And then I was like, okay, you're right. I was like, well, can I send you half? And then I'll send you half, send me 1 ticket, and then I'll send you the other half and you send me the other one. Oh, And she was like, honestly, she's like, this is like too much. She's like, it's okay, like blah, blah, blah. But I feel like it was her way of like kind of quote unquote guilt tripping me into being like, okay, you don't want them, like whatever. So then I was like, okay, you know what? I was like, it's only fucking $40 is what I was sending her. So to me, I was like, okay, whatever, $40. So I sent it to her and then this bitch immediately like blocks me. Puta. Like as soon as I sent her the money, she blocks me. And I was like, there's no fucking way this bitch just scammed me for $40. So I had, and even before that, I screenshotted everything. Good. And I was like, there's no fucking way. So like, luckily, $40 wasn't a lot for me at the moment. I was just more frustrated about somebody viéndome la cara and being like, and I was like, bitch, you really did all that just to, and I was being hella nice. Like even for her to be like, well, I'm scared like that you're not gonna like send the money. And I was like, hey, you know what? Like this poor girl, like she's probably just wants to make sure it's like legit. So I sent her like the $40 like Yoatzi.
And it was from your IG?
From my IG.
Puta, double puta.
And I was just like, oh. I was like, this fucking cunt. So then I luckily I had screenshot all the messages and everything before she had blocked me. So I posted it on my story and I was like, this fucking bitch just scammed the fuck out of me. And everybody else, people were coming at her, like DMing her and I don't know what. And yeah, that was how I got scammed out of like fucking $40. And again, it wasn't so much. Did she send
you your money back?
No, I think she ended up like unblocking me to tell me shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then I ended up screenshotting and just posting that too.
¿Y qué más? ¿Y qué te va a decir?
I think she was just being like, I think she was trying to make it seem like she was not trying to do that intentionally or something like that. I don't know what. Fuck?
But she still never sent you your money back.
No, she never sent it.
She didn't give you a ticket.
Yeah, no, I didn't. And then I don't know how I ended up getting a ticket, but I still went that day. But yeah, she like full on like blocked me and then unblocked me and told me shit and then blocked me again. And yeah, it was funny.
What a stupid dumb bitch. I'm glad you exposed. You know what? Apparently she fucking needed those $40 that goddamn bad that it got her a ticket to hell.
For real, huh? You got a ticket to hell for $40. Yeah, it was just more of like que me vio la cara for $40. I was like, estúpida babosa por $40.
I'm telling you, some people, man. Some fucking people. Yeah. Vete a trabajar si ocupas esos pinche $40 that bad.
But it's crazy because that's how a lot of people dedicate themselves to scamming people like that.
Yeah.
But I was more mad at myself too for like falling for it because I was like, ay, ahora estoy bien estúpido. Like, of course, people in the comments that are scammers are always going to be like, hey, I'm trying to get, and I should have seen it coming, but people that's like, for me, it's like, okay, why the fuck would you go through all that for $40? But then when I think about it, I'm like, if they're doing this to a shit ton of people, it accumulates to a bigger amount.
Yeah. Did you call PayPal? You could be like, hey, somebody just stole $40.
I think I did actually. Somebody had DM'd me. They were like, you can
report it through PayPal.
Yeah, and then I was like, it was for goods. I didn't receive the goods and all this shit.
Oh, period.
Yeah, I think I did.
Hopefully.
But, yeah, so be careful for scammers, you guys.
Yeah, because they don't give a fuck. They're like, they have no feelings towards other people. They have no empathy.
Yeah, and they're mean.
They're going to hell. Ooh, this one's long. Okay. It says, when I was 15, I started dating a guy. Not because I liked him, but because he was popular and made me be popular. She's like, está bien feo, but fuck it.
She's Teresa.
Literally.
Teresada.
He had an older friend who we'll call Jose, who would give us rides everywhere for our dates. He didn't talk much and was older. One day, my man took us back to Jose's dorm room, where I knew my boyfriend then was trying to get lucky that day. Oh, okay.
A boyfriend?
Yeah, her man was like, When my boyfriend and I were alone in Jose's room, he proceeded to start kissing me and touching me.
In Jose's room?
I really didn't want to do anything, but he proceeded. Then out of nowhere, Jose walks in and calls my boyfriend outside. I was so relieved. He left me and never came back.
Oh, porque estaba feíto. So she didn't want to do anything with him.
Oh, because she didn't like him.
Yeah, so that's what she was like, woo!
She's like, thank God.
Okay.
Later, I found out he had another girl in another room.
The boyfriend?
Yeah. So la dejó en un cuarto y se fue y ya no regresó.
Bitch, a hotel for his girlfriend. What the fuck?
I got tired of waiting, so I grabbed my stuff that I had left in the living room and ran out. When I got home, I noticed the money in my wallet was gone, and so was my MP3 player that I had worked all summer for.
What the
I was furious.
Wait, she noticed that when she got home?
Yes. I messaged my boyfriend about it, and he said that that's what I get for wasting his time? What the fuck? He told me he could get any girl he wanted and chose me because he thought I would give it up.
Oh,
Otro
shit.
puta. I cried that night myself to sleep feeling like a pendeja. I think I was more mad that he actually thought I was easy and that he took my MP3 player.
Yeah.
The next morning, I woke up to rumors about me and him having sex when it never happened. Fast forward to 3 years later, I'm at a party with a really cool girl I just met, and I literally bump in with Jose, my ex's friend, the older friend. Oh, shit. He looks at me and tells me that I look very familiar. I say he's confusing me for somebody else, and my friend tells him to go away. After weeks and weeks of partying with my new friend and occasionally bumping into my ex and Jose, my friend invites me to a huge mansion party and tells me she's unable to pick me up, but that she was sending her big brother to do it. I didn't think much of it because of how excited I was to go and turn up. When I got picked up, I got to a really nice car with really nice tinted windows, and I opened the door. To my surprise, I see Jose.
Bitch. She's like, hey.
Pinche Jose. He says, hi, stranger.
Ew, that would have gave me the ick and I would have left.
Oh my God. I felt so awkward. He starts driving to the party that was located in the outskirts of town when suddenly his car starts stopping.
Oh, hell no, bitch.
This dude fucking ran out of gas. We start calling people, but nobody's answering. We were in the middle of nowhere. So we sat on his trunk and started talking. We stayed talking till 5 a.m. and ended up sleeping in the car.
Bitch.
We really enjoyed each other's company and eventually started hanging out every day. As soon as we started hanging out, my ex started showing interest in me and would even try to touch me inappropriately. Ew. Yeah, he came back. He still had the mindset that he could get anyone he wanted. Ugh. I never told Jose because he wasn't my boyfriend yet. When we became official, her and Jose became official. I never told Jose. Okay. When we became official, his friends started to warm up with the thought that we were perfect for each other. Everyone could see how obsessed me and Jose were with each other. He even became one of our best mans for our wedding. Oh. Now me and Jose are her ex.
Hold on. I said, "Aw."
Her ex. Damn.
That's
now
awkward.
me and Jose are happily married with 2 kids while my ex is out in LA living his best life. More of the story is, don't let your boyfriend get in the way of finding your husband. Oh, wait, I really like that story.
I thought the moral was going to be to ask for your fucking MP3.
Oh my God.
Bitch, that would have been the first thing I would have asked for when I saw them again.
You know
where's
what?
my MP3?
Jose probably bought her one.
He stole it.
It was Jose the one that stole it, not the money.
Like,
she was like, why don't you use the money you stole for gas?
No, you know what? Like, I think about stories like that where like people have like been in somebody's like life earlier, but like not que ver, and then they like end up together. That trips me the fuck out because I'm like for example, in this story, like she had her ex and like her now husband was like just there chilling, not que ver, and then they somehow, I don't know, like that's so crazy.
No, that is me with Alex. I trip out with Alex every single time because me and Alex technically knew each other since like 2017. We fucking worked together at Applebee's. Like there was this whole other chapter of
it's
him
like another life almost.
Another life of him being all mocoso.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll look at him, I'm like, God damn, this is the same Alex from Applebee's. Like it's so fucking weird.
And you know where I get that trip out a lot? That's part of the reason why I moved out of Watsonville. All right. No, but it's because obviously Watson was like a smaller town. And I feel like I see that a lot happening with like people that I went to school with, how they end up like now they're like either married or still dating or having kids with somebody from like our town who they had not que ver with in the past.
In like high school.
Like there's this one couple, I don't even want to give details because I don't want them to know I'm talking about them. But it's like both of them, I went to school with both of them, but like they were not que ver. Like they were never even talk, or like they weren't ever in each other's like circles, and now they're married.
Dude, same.
And I'm like, how did that happen? Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all were in like completely different groups in high school.
Like it's
now
cool.
Y'all are married and traveling the world.
Yes. And I'm like, it's cool, but it always makes me curious. Like, how did that happen? And how do you guys feel about it almost being like 2 separate lives?
Yeah.
Like,
That's fucking crazy.
That's cool.
But thank you guys so much for sharing your stories. This was a really good episode, and I feel like we got a lot of juicy stories.
Thank you guys for sharing your stories. And if you guys want to see another episode like this, definitely want to do another one for Halloween, but like in general, something like this again, please let us know, and we appreciate you guys putting into this episode.
Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.